Welcome to Everybody Everyone channel by Mystery One, executive producer. We're going to take a look today at the Brian Williams debacle, how he's been exposed or exposed himself for being a scammer, a charlatan, just disingenuous. What does it mean, Brian Williams? On NBC Nightly News. You've heard about this, or if this is your first time, maybe it comes as no shock that people on TV are dishonest. People in the mainstream media are after views, just like anybody else is. You know, we first had movies at the Nickelodeon. They had little motion picture shows back in the days, black and white, silent, really short little clips that they were making with the new technology. And Nickelodeons were obviously a nickel, 5 cents. In that time, in that day and age, it was worth about $1 or just over $1. So that was where they gained respect. They showed you horses running. They showed you various different things. Now, when movies really went full-blown, they had all this respect, you know. And then TV came along, which was broadcast, like broadcast movies. And they went into video. They would go live. And what happened then? Well, TV had to fight the reputation of movies. TV had to gain its own respect. Well, it didn't take very long. And then TV was right up there with movies. Now you see the new upstart, the new kid on the block, whatever you want to call it. The new technology is internet. You've got live, you've got sound, you have color, you've got computer graphics, special effects. Not only that, you have interactivity, which you never had with TV. You certainly never had it with movies. So isn't it about time when we're seeing all this kind of exposure of these dishonest people in the mainstream media, the MSM? We're talking about the news. We're talking about TV. We're also talking about TV thrusting itself into the internet. They want to take over. They've already taken over mostly what was considered to be broadcasting yourself. Oh, they're not broadcasting themselves. They're broadcasting the mainstream media. So that was my first point to make, is that we ought to take these people off of the strange pedestal that they think they're on. Claim made on CNN, challenged by pilot who says he was in command of Brian Williams' chopper. He was in fact the pilot in command of the chopper during the 2003 Iraq trip. Okay, so there's a bunch of conflicting stories here. And I think, no, I don't want to take this poll. I don't want to take this poll. Can you go away? I think that we can't believe the mainstream media at all. We just can't anymore. Not only this, the Iraqi trip, he said he saw a floating body in the quarter when the Hurricane Katrina hit and the neighborhoods over there, the New Orleans, Louisiana. He said he saw a body float by in the French Quarter. Interesting. I don't think that he can be believed at all. I think he's tarnished. I think the truth comes out. And not only that, check out this story, which will end on Tom Brokaw wants Brian Williams fired. So maybe it's a seniority thing. Tom Brokaw is up above Brian Williams. He certainly is now in reputation. Tom Brokaw is livid over the revelation that Brian Williams lied about being in a chopper that was hit by an RPG in Iraq. Well, he ain't a hero. He's just a liar. Maybe we should expose the politicians. Maybe we should show how Senator McCain, wasn't tortured and held as a prisoner as he claims he was. Maybe we should look into what the other vets are saying. You know when you're in trouble when Tom Brokaw's out for your blood. Oh, okay. He wants his head on a platter. He is making a lot of noise at NBC that a lesser journalist or producer would have been immediately fired or suspended for a false report. So Brokaw, 74, was still in the nightly news anchor chair. He was the anchor, see, when Williams came back from Iraq. Tom Brokaw is a former NBC News president. But Steve Kappas knew this was a false story for a long time and had been extremely uncomfortable with it. NBC News execs had counseled him to stop telling the tale. Well, if they knew that, how come Brokaw didn't know it back then? I think he's just distancing himself. One longtime NBC employee who worked with Williams in several cases had a few dirty words to describe the celebrated anchor. A real pompous piece of shit. He's an a-hole, he fumed. He's not a journalist. He's a reader. I conclude with this. Everyone knew it. Everyone who is in the know over there, everyone knew it. Let's share this selection. And I'm looking forward to your comments. Thanks for watching all the way through. Much love to everybody. And I bless you with the truth.